everyone, welcome to Selkares Wargaming channel. Today I propose to you my very first video on the second beta of Wargame Airland Battle. So, just to be clear, this video will not show gameplay for the simple reason that I want to focus on the additions and changes since the first beta, so that you guys may have an idea of what to expect if you want to pre-order the game. And then later on I'll make videos on gameplay, of course. So what is the second beta? The second beta is a pre-order beta, so you have to pre-order on Steam. I'm saying on Steam because I'm not sure the other sites will give you the beta access. So if you really want the beta access, I really recommend that you pre-order the game on Steam. So this beta is a pre-order beta that is going on until the release of the game. So basically it will upgrade into the full game on the release date. Until then, the beta will be updated regularly with new features and balance and fix issues, patches. So it's pretty nice. So what does this beta contain and what are its good points compared to the first beta? Well, it is just like the first beta, a multiplayer only beta, of course. You can see the different options here that we don't have access to: the online campaign, saved game, replay, leaderboards and ranked games. We have access only to the multiplayer part. We've got added since the first beta, we've got 2 more maps. Here you can see 2 maps of 2v2, Highway to Oslo and Alisund. We also have an additional 3v3 or 4v4 map, not sure, but it's basically a remake, if I'm not mistaken, of Hamburger Hill, which is pretty nice. It was a nice map. It's quite changed, a lot less forests, if I'm not mistaken, but the overall design of the map is the same, with one big hill in the middle and a lot of sectors turning around it. So 2 additional maps. We also have an additional game mode, the economy game mode, that has been added, and of course the decks. We still have our 8 initial decks, 4 NATO and 4 Pact, and the 4 new nations: Norwegian, Swedish, Canadian and Danish battle groups have been added. Yeah, keep in mind that all 8 previous decks, so all 4 NATO and 4 Pact decks, have been changed, so you will see new units in this beta compared to the first one, even if I stick with old decks, with old battle groups. So I'm going to launch the game now with the US battle group, USMC, US Marine Corps, and just to show you a bit the changes compared to the first beta. So here's a little overview of the new map, 2v2 map. To be honest, I won't really talk about the map design here. I think it's pretty good, with a big city in the middle and a lot of sectors in the city. I'll speak about that a bit later in another video. Here I'm going to concentrate on the additions. So one of the big complaints in the first beta was the UI, user interface, and the HUD, head-up display. People complained, including myself, that it was too big and not functional enough. So I'm happy to say that Fusion has tackled this problem, at least in my opinion. They have added a lot of options to customize your head-up display and user interface options. You even have a GUI and HUD option menu here, and quite a lot of options. You've got, first of all, the icon types. You could put RTS or NATO. If you look at this icon here, which shows you a tank, if I put the NATO one, it goes back to the NATO one. So it's really up to you. If you are used to the NATO symbols, you can keep them. If not, go to the RTS one. I've seen them, I think, all helicopters, tanks, vehicles, ATGM, infantry and everything else, and I believe they are good enough to be memorized and recognized pretty quickly. I think in 10 minutes it's done. If you check them all, in 10 minutes it's done. Then you've got all the other options: minimap size, normal, small, very small, hide, HUD size, small, very small, label size, etc. You can determine the options, the Airland Battle way, the European Escalation way, or a custom way, and then you can unlock these options with the labels merging with the units per company if you want it to be shown as blocks like here, or with figures, so 1, 2, 3 or 4. label size and everything else. So just to show you, here is the basic heads-up display. I'm going to show you with everything modified so you can have a good idea. So RTS, display the icons, yes. Label merging soft. Units per company, I don't care. Label size very small. Labels vertical margin minimal. I don't care. I don't care. HUD very small. Minimap size hide. Close position menu manual. Okay, apply. And here we go. Everything, the minimap has gone. Everything is much smaller. Maybe a bit too small for some. It's really yeah, a bit too small, this one. So basically it's just to show you that they have heard the critics and they have responded to them by adding quite a lot of options that allow you to modify the heads-up display and user interface to make sure it's not overcrowding the screen and not stopping players from seeing what is happening in the game. So that's pretty nice. One good point. Then the other critic about the game was the effectiveness of the menus. You had to click for an airplane, for instance. You had to click on the air, click on the plane, send one in, and re-click to send a second plane. Now it has changed. I'm going to launch the game and show you how it works. Now the airplanes are in the menu just as before. I'm just going to put this back a bit bigger, just normal, so that you can see how everything is. Here we go. It's better for the eyes. So yeah, you have the airplanes in the menu just like every other unit, unlike before where it has a separated menu. And what happens with the planes is before you were limited to 9 planes, now you are not. You can select as many as you want. Well, in this deck I have only 4 available, and when I recruit them, they go directly into this airport panel, which is on the bottom here, and you can then send planes. You can click, send it on the battlefield. You can even, with control, click all the planes at the same time, and with shift add another plane if you want and send them in. And that's pretty cool. That really improves the interface of the planes. You can hide it if you want to. That's pretty nice. Really good improvement. Other improvement is yeah, with the icons. The icons have been changed, so just to show you, here you can have a tank icon, a tank commander, so a tank with the icon and the star for the commander, vehicle commander, logistics, you can see vehicle recon, infantry recon, tanks of course, infantry, you have little symbols that are pretty cool here, rifle, special forces, anti-helicopter, well, anti-air and anti-tank, the support with missile, anti-air missiles, mortars, vehicles with recoilless rifle with the M50A1 Ontos, which is pretty cool. I tried it. Shots like 6 times in a row, pretty nice. And the helicopters here. So basically they changed the icons, which is pretty nice for those who don't like the NATO symbols. Last but not least, another, well, it's a minimal addition, but those of you who have played Wargame a lot, it is a pretty nice one. When you select a unit and want to recruit it, as you can see, the sector by which it arrives is highlighted in white, which is pretty cool. It's just a small thing that changes, but it changes everything. I mean, no more, oh my god, it's coming over there and it gets killed by the enemy ambush. So it's pretty nice, and yeah, so that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you. So, pre-order beta, going on until the release of the game, which should be normally in about 1 month, maybe a bit more. I'm not really sure, they haven't said, but that's normally the approximate date of release, in about 1 month. They have added 2 maps, they have added the 4 new nations, we have brand new decks, brand new battle groups for each nation, 2 new maps, and user interface options added to customize at your will, and a few additions to the plane recruit, to the plane menu, to the unit icons, and to the reinforcement stuff. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time, normally pretty soon, for my first gameplay video. Thanks for watching, see you.